So this is my previous set. I was inspired by orange vanilla swirl ice cream. You can check out my nail account on Instagram. So I'm gonna go ahead and file using an extra coarse ceramic bit, and I'm using this because this set I used builder gels and not polish, so I had to really take down a lot of products. And BT dubs, I'm really sorry for some parts of this video being kind of shaky. It's because I have it on this clip-on phone holder type of thing, so yeah. I'm filing down to the clear layer of gel that I had under the colored builder gels, but I wasn't happy with the shape of the extension. It kind of grew out and lost its shape, so I ended up doing a whole new set. I'm really not trying to go too short with the E-file because I really don't want to hit the hyponychium, so I ended up using a hand file to make it a bit shorter. So I'm just going ahead and pushing back at the eponychium to reveal that cuticle. With a medium grit diamond bit, I am cleaning up that cuticle on a low RPM and gently just going over. And I highly suggest that you use a medium grit on the natural nail because one time I had to use a fine sanding band and the clients had issues with lifting because the fine grit basically smoothed out her natural nail rather than roughed it up. So you can see I'm only filing the growth. I'm not filing the whole nail plate because there's still gel on it. I didn't want to take it off fully, and I did kind of go over any areas that had lifting. So I am going to end with forms. I decided to do this because A lot of people ask me what forms are, or I mean, sculpted nails. So, with this process, there is no tip that you glue on. You basically make the length with whatever product you're using. I prefer sculpted nails on myself because your whole nail plate is covered in gel and it's more waterproof and long lasting, in my opinion. And you're able to really slim the extension. So I'm going ahead and dehydrating, and then I'm gonna prime. I do both twice, just preference. I really wanted to show what gel nails are like as far as builder gel. A lot of people don't know what it is, and in my school that I was briefly at, they didn't even teach gels, so I wanted to show it. So it is a like really sticky texture normally, and it is not solvent based, so it doesn't have a smell. And in order for it to harden, you have to place it under the lamp. I'm going in with the Gelish Builder Gel as a base. It is a medium viscosity hard gel. Hard gels are permanent and they are non-porous. I like it as a base because it really just seals the natural nail and prevents lifting, greenies, and stuff like that from getting underneath. So, going back to why I prefer gels, I also find that they're more durable than acrylic because they are more flexible. There's this misconception that because it is flexible that it's not strong, but that is not really true because acrylic is merely harder or more rigid. And if you think about like a skyscraper, they're normally made of flexible metal so that they kind of move with the winds. If they were to use a more rigid metal, it would just snap. So I do find that gels are more durable. Going in with this Soufflé cream gel in clear, it's a very viscous formula, but it's still creamy and it does not self-level, so it's not going to slide around. And I really like it to make the actual extension because you can really shape it. But it is clear and I did have a lot of lighting, so I didn't get to shape it exactly the way I normally get to. A lot of people mention not to mix different brands, but I have used these products together for a bit and I haven't had any issues. So, yeah. I make the extension and then I sort of taper the gel onto the nail plate so that it kind of anchors on. I flash cure for about 10 to 15 seconds and then I go ahead and pinch the enhancement to kind of slim it down and really make a nice C curve. That C curve allows it to be strong and you're able to make it a bit thinner and more natural looking. This is the Candy Jelly Builder Gel from Exclusive Nail Couture. It's a really thick formula. I really like it. I can do quite a few nails, and I don't have to flash cure each finger because it kind of just stays in place for the most part. I prefer this one over their Soufflé gel because the Soufflé one doesn't self-level and it doesn't smooth itself out, so it can get a little streaky. And I find that the Candy Jelly does not have heat spikes compared to the Soufflé one. The Soufflé says that it doesn't have heat spikes, but I definitely disagree. I've used it on myself and a few clients, and it definitely does give heat spikes, but the Candy Jelly one does not. And I find that the Candy Jelly clear is actually more clear compared to the Soufflé one. The Soufflé one was a bit cloudy. So these nails are really long and I normally have to use like 3 beads for nails this length, and my clients' nail beds are pretty wide, so I have to do quite a few layers. I'm using a moderate amount of clear to kind of have clear underneath because I want to be able to file off the glitter, but I didn't want to do a full glitter because I didn't want to have to do a whole new set. And the amount of gel that I'm using, it's not enough to fully make it strong, I guess. I'm just doing a layer to sandwich the glitter in between. Be using this pink glitter. It has like holographic flecks and just a lot of different sizes. It's really pretty and sparkly. I'm using the Gelish Structure Gel. It's a very low viscosity gel. I could have used the Candy Jelly one, but it was really viscous or really thick and I would have to scoop it out, whereas this one I can just tap my brush into the gel and then dip it into the glitter, so it's a lot faster in my opinion. I'm going to encase this in builder gel because it has a lot of different sizes and whatnot. I didn't want to use this as a polish because if I were to brush it on top of a finished nail, it would give like a lot of texture and some of the larger pieces would stick out. And this is the final layer of builder gel to add the rest of that strength and to help encase that glitter. For this type of shape, you really want to focus that gel down the center of the nail and especially at the apex, and then kind of trickle it to the sides because you want to focus that strength in the on the spine of the nail. This is the Exclusive Nail Couture Soufflé Builder Gel in Sweet Pink. I'm just applying a thin layer to the nail to have like a little tint of pink, a little bit of color. So this is before filing. I filed off camera because I kept hitting the camera, and this is after filing. It still needs a little bit more filing, but I usually file more at the ends to finish everything up anyways, so yeah. These are the crystals that I use. This is an SS30. These crystals are really similar in sparkle to Swarovski. They're also made of glass and they last really, really long. They don't dull. Here's a comparison. The ones on the right are genuine Swarovski, and the sparkle is really pretty similar. They're just different colors. To adhere the crystals, I like to use the Gummy Jelly Gel from Exclusive Nail Couture, and I also like to use their Wonder Gel on top. So I'm gonna put a larger bead where I'm gonna put the larger crystal, and then I kind of like blend it down because I'm gonna put more crystals. So you don't cure any of this yet. I applied that gummy jelly and then I'm lightly gliding on some top coats. I'm trying not to move that bead of gummy jelly because I want to keep it there for that larger crystal. So for this finger and the index finger, I applied more top coats because I didn't apply enough builder gel. So when I was filing, I was filing into the glitter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try and smooth it out with top coat, which really helped. I was going to put crystals on these fingers anyway, so it all worked out on the ends. So you're really gonna see these crystals are really good quality. They sparkle a lot. I got them off AliExpress, and they're more expensive compared to the other ones I've seen on AliExpress because some are really cheap. These ones are more expensive. They're just still cheaper than Swarovski. So I'm not really applying them in any particular order. I'm just kind of going with the flow. I was kind of inspired by the Japanese style of nails. So I really like using gel to adhere crystals and alloys because when you build nails, it's not a flat surface. It's going to be kind of curved. And the crystals and such have a flat bottom, and it tends to like stick out, and it can kind of like get caught in your hair or snag on things and lifts. But with the gel, it's kind of encased. The bottom of it is encased in gel, so it adheres much better, in my opinion. The gummy jelly really just helps keep everything in place. It doesn't slide around. I also like that with gel. I can really move around the crystals as much as I want because with glue, it dries really fast. And once you lay a crystal down, it's pretty much stuck on there. Once I have everything where I want it, I go ahead and cure it for 30 seconds. I'm using a needle ceramic file to kind of like carve out and define that C curve. That way it kind of thins out the enhancements, but it'll still be really strong because I carved out that arch. And I always do this, especially on coffin nails. It makes it really more natural looking, and there's no issues with it chipping or anything like that because that C curve is nice and defined. I also do like a further shaping, just because normally I use gel polish and it generally does kind of mess with the shape, so I'm used to filing after I'm done just to kind of like finish it all up and make it all nice. And finishing off with some cuticle oil, and that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like, subscribe, go ahead and follow my nail account if you'd like, and thank you for watching. Till next time.